Good morning, sir. I am Tan Kai Jie, and this is my student ID. I'll be presenting for my individual assignments, as well as I'm also from the course BIB, International Business. So, proceed with my slide. The moral issue at work. I've got a friend, person A, who have his own business for 11 years. And this story got to do with person B, also his cousin. So during MCO period, person A store all of his business equipment, including ovens, machines, and other machineries, cash banks, and putting it inside his 9-room bungalow. And person B, also his cousin, stayed in his bungalow in MCO. So within the period of MCO, person A went on a trip on to Langkawi. And during the trip, person B suddenly stopped responding to the calls and messages of person A. So after person A come back to his home and discovered that most of his business equipments were missing, and then person A faced a over trusted and person B is stealing and dishonest. Why? Because after some investigations, person A found out that the person B had removed and taken away all the ovens and machines just 2 days before his return. And therefore, we have identified the vices of person A, which is self-sacrifice. So the action he does is storing his business equipment in his bungalow and trusted B that allowing him to stay during MCO, well, his trip in Langkawi, and believing that everything was secure. After discovering the loss, handled the situations maturely and reflected on the lessons rather than reacting impulsively. And the vices shows that generous and trust prioritizing family relations over personal cautions. He was willing to share his space and resources, demonstrating kindness even at the risk of loss. His willingness to forgive and learn from the experiences shows emotional maturity and resilience. And identifying the vices for person B has two: deceptions in sincerity or the overindulgence. So the actions is staying in the person's A's bungalow during MCO and took advantage of person's A's trust. Stop communicating during the person's A's trip and secretly move and took all of the person's business equipment 2 days before the person's return. So the vices is pretended to be trustworthy but acted dishonestly behind person's back. And for overindulgence, vices is driven by selfish desires. So person B choose to personal gain over family trust and ethical conducts. And then the analysis of the person's A within the golden mean. So for self-sacrifice, person A allows person B to stay with his bungalow and he's too kind and generous spirit. Says for person's A generous lean to the lean in slightly towards success, showing how even a good virtues can lead to harm if not balanced with wisdom and caution. And for person B, there's two. The first one is deceptions and insincerity. So person B lacked in honesty and sincerity, acted with hidden motives, pretending to be trustworthy, while planning to take the equipment. This shows that the person's B dishonesty leaned slightly towards deficiency, showing how bad virtues can lead to harm if not balanced with sincerity. And the second one is overindulgence. So person B's excessive desire for material possessions drove him to take what wasn't his. So person B's desires lean slightly to overindulgence, showing how bad virtues can lead to harm if not balanced with sincerity. So what is the action plan for person A and person B? So let's go proceed for person A. So person A have a self-sacrifice. Then there's 3 points. The first point is establish healthy boundaries. Help others without neglecting one's own needs or well-being. The second point is prioritizing fairness. Share time, energy, resources in a balanced way. And third, learn to say no, recognizing situations where giving too much leads to burnout or exploitation, and therefore it will move, okay, from the side to the golden mean, which is the benevolence. And so for the second person is B, is the first one is deceptions. So what he can do in this 3 point is, first, be transparent in communications, speak truthfully even when it's comfortable. Second, take accountability, admit errors and make amends promptly to rebuild trust. And third, surround with honest individuals, engage with people who encourage sincerity, and integrity. And therefore, it will move from the side to the golden mean, which is the honesty. And last but not least, the third, which is overindulgence. So the three practice, the first one is practice self-control, limits desire for materials or emotional pleasure. Second, create healthy habits like budgeting, planning, and gratitude journaling. Number three, avoid impulsive actions. Pause and think before indulging in wants. And here is from me, and this will be the video link later on, which is will be submitted. And that's all from me. Thank you so much, sir. I am Jeremy Tan. Thank you.